You okay over there?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, you.
And we're recording. So yeah, when we last left off with our group, we headed back to the docks and eventually made our way north on the Seabiscuit to see what more we could learn about the voices in the lake. On the ride there, we discussed different ideas for infiltrating the Zabra hut, and also Hayne tried to dream more about his head and learned a couple new details, but nothing like super important. Once we arrived at the spot in the lake, we suited up, hopped off the boat, and swam down. We eventually came across some large shadows swimming below us and a giant underwater crystal obelisk, whatever you want to say. We swam a little closer, and a voice started talking to us. During the conversation, we learned the entity is imprisoned and is, as she says, Miska, Queen of the Deep of the Realm. Or as Orca tells us, it's the mother of the Abyss and her sisters. We learn a little on how to free her, but decide to head back to the boat. Ren still questions it and really wants to touch the obelisk, but then thinks better of it and eventually swims away. Once we're back on the boat, Wolfheart gets very upset with the group, thinking we were going to release the entity, and explodes his emotions onto the group. Cantor then explodes back at him and tells him to calm down. As the group is still a little tense after the shouting match, we planned on calming people down that got a little too excited and have a more civil conversation about our situation.
And that's what you missed on Glee. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
It's because Tori's not here to say it.
Exactly.
And I'm okay with that, because this is not Glee.
That would make a lot of sense considering how many times we sing Fireball here. Fireball.
Anyways.
So yes, that's what happened. And that's where we're at.
Yeah, so we will pick up following the explosivity of the last session.
At this point, Cantor just walks away to an empty part of the ship.
The girls are below deck. Yeah. Which is really funny because we're probably just being stared at by... But it's fine.
It's fine.
Ish fine.
No, Wolfheart would have absconded up to the crow's nest.
Oh, nice. Cool. That doesn't help the crew staring at the girls below us. The yelling and the tears and the stuff. But yes, fair. Wolfheart, go tall.
All I heard was stared at by. I did not hear the finishing of that.
Yeah.
We're getting stared at the
by the
deck.
crew, more than likely.
Probably yes.
They probably believe some curse of women on a ship is bad luck, and then hearing the screamings, they're just sitting there and superstitious.
I mean, if that was the truth, they wouldn't have let us on board.
I mean, the captain's crazy. For all we know, that they didn't want us on board, but the captain said, sorry, they gotta come.
I mean, yeah, that's basically how any ship works.
Exactly.
You think Sea Butters McBiscuit is crazy?
No, I just think the person that manifested him into being might be.
So,
Maybe a little.
do we want to start with the girls, or?
Start with whoever wants to start.
Sounds like it's some time to cool down, so the girls may absolutely go first.
All right.
I don't know what Elias doing.
What is Elias doing? I was about to ask.
Where is Elias doing?
Where is the Elias?
How is Elias doing?
Whom is Elias?
Why is Elias?
Exactly.
Well, Elias, have left before the potential touching of the butt. He would have left
No
at
butts were
about the
touched.
same time Mel did, shortly after Mel did, to go back to the surface. And after watching all of the screaming, he was like, this is the last possible time on Earth that I need to be making remarks.
Oh,
Smart.
Holy
Wow.
shit,
Character
he had a
growth.
thought. Do we throw a
That's
dog
character
this
growth.
at him now to reinforce this?
Character development.
So he was
I'm
just
proud of
like, huh. He just kind of watched everybody walk away, and now he's just kind of at the edge of the boat, just whistling to himself like, that was extremely uncomfortable.
If
I
I
don't
whistle,
wanna
it's
talk
like if I whistle, it's like I'm not even here.
Exactly.
Nobody will notice me. I am Mr. Fish.
Yeah,
I am.
let's say I am that line from Harry Potter. I'll be in my room making no noise and pretending that I don't exist.
So that escalated pretty quickly. You doing okay, Mel?
Mhm.
As Mel just looks like the fucking sobbing child meme.
Do you need something?
No.
No? Oh,
No.
okay. I'm guessing you don't want to talk about what happened?
No.
No? Okay. Have you found any nice berries as of late?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. Oh, honey.
Maybe making her talk isn't the best idea right now.
Is Elias in the room with us?
Yeah. I think they
teleported.
went. I think they're below decks. Joshua.
Yeah. While the yelling happened, Mel just got pulled away by Ren and Orca, and I just assumed we went downstairs, and no one corrected me, so I'm guessing we're just...
Yeah.
I know it's not downstairs, but you know what I mean.
Below the deck.
I mean, it would probably be down at least a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
Well, Elias, I am not the very good emotional kind when it comes to these, so pardon me if I don't do it right. I'm doing my best.
I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just saying. Alright, maybe. Mel, do you have like a quilt or anything?
She just holds her hands up, and she's just like wearing her jacket again.
That is as good as a quilt.
Let's find you a cot to lay down in, hon.
That's forever it. Mel just, like, whenever she needs to be, she's just always is in the jacket.
Hey,
That's
it's
it.
smart.
We go find a nice, quiet place for Mel to lay down and become less overstimulated.
If it works, it works. So, do you want to talk about what just happened?
I mean, I don't think it's really, well, I was gonna say it's none of our business, but it definitely involves you, so. All I'm gonna say is don't wake up the lake monster. I have never once, in all the reading that I have done, and I've read a lot of books, I've been around a long time, I've never once read a story or a historical recollection or a poem or anything of the sort where waking up the ancient lake deity leads to good things. Don't do it.
Okay,
Do
one,
drugs, kids.
Technically already awake.
one, One, she is the goddess of the deep. She just happened to get trapped in a lake by a race of people who are allegedly dead, and she belongs where she wants to be, in the sea. Do you understand how torturous it must feel to be locked into like some craft and just be forced and also, two, you know what? I don't remember my second point.
And I'm gonna say this: if an entire race of people were willing to die to seal her away, she's probably really, really fucking dangerous. I
Do we
can't
know that-
imagine a lot of things that exist that I would be willing to stake the existence of all of my people on hiding away. And so if someone was that dedicated, or a group of someone was that dedicated to hiding her away, there's probably a good reason. And all I'm going to say
Elias.
is, unless we can find an unbiased retelling of how she ended up in the lake, we don't let her out. I'm not taking her word for it.
Well, it's not like it's not something that can happen just now. There's a lot more that is needed, so more research can be done along that time. Also, number two, we don't know whether sealing her up in the prison is what killed them. I interpreted it as they did it, and then they died out, and that's how long she's been stuck in here. She's been stuck in there for so long that an entire race of beings already died out, and
Okay,
she's still alive.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you think we're the first people to have found that thing down there?
Probably not.
So, in all this time, with all the people who have probably found that thing, even if it's not an enormous number of people, it's a decent amount. And none of them have let her out either. Do you think there might be a reason for that?
Yeah, do you want to hear it? Fate.
I think that's a piss poor reason, Orca.
It's not a piss poor reason.
Real quick, I know that you were leading Mel to quiet place and whatever. This started up and she's gone.
No,
You didn't notice, but
I
she's
imagine
gone.
this conversation happens after. I would let Elias
Okay.
would not be willing to engage in this conversation until after he knew Mel was in a safe, quiet place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Mel
thought this
has
was
been-
happening like on the way, and I'm like, she's out. She's gone.
Yeah, no, Elias would not be willing to even approach this powder keg until he knew Mel was out of earshot, because he's like, his whole purpose in this was to get her away from the bad feelings. He's not going to invite them to her.
Oh, good. Okay. Then never mind. Okay, I just wanted to.
Mel is accounted for.
Yeah, not there. All that matters.
But anyway, no, it's not a piss poor excuse. All of this time, it's been very clear to me that I have been meant to unearth something. I've been meant to follow through with some celestial agenda, so to speak. I know I'm meant to do something as her paladin. And finally, it's standing right there in the face at me. And even if I wanted to not do that, do you know what that would make me, Elias? A fucking oath breaker. I'm a lot of things, but I am not someone who breaks my promises. So, yes.
You swore fealty to this god you knew for 30 seconds?
I didn't exactly have much of a choice.
What do you mean you didn't? Okay,
It was
can I
dragged.
explain something to you? Can I
Oh my
explain
God.
something to you? I would like to.
You're gonna
So-
say it anyway, so go ahead.
There's a good number of reasons that I have beef with clerics, right? One of the
Yes.
major reasons is this right here. It's this blind devotion. Like, Orca, you don't. This is not fate calling to you. Do you know what this is? This is you having mommy issues. Okay? You have hopped from goddess to goddess to goddess, searching for some form of purpose in the presence of higher being after higher being, because you're looking for somewhere where you belong. People don't get that from gods. All right, like you can find like some sort of like false, hollow sense of satisfaction or meaning from trying to worship at the feet of something that will live longer than you could ever conceptualize and will never ever truly care about you and will never remember you because as far as it's concerned, you are at best a number among numbers, just another sheep in the flock of an endless sea of sheep that they can't even see or quantify the size of. They don't have time to care for all of you, okay? And they don't care. They're selfish, all right? And so there's not a chance, there's not a bone in my body that believes that this thing cares about you or wants good things for you or that it has chosen you as its warrior of destiny. It is using you. It is using you to get out of a prison that it was put in because it's dangerous.
Are you done?
I mean, that's the point I wanted to make.
All right. Because I care about you, I'm going to leave this conversation now. But I do want you to think about something. If you don't even try to, or if you don't even try to understand something as intimate as my own relationship with my God, my goddess, because believe it or not, no, I don't think she loves me. That, she's never lied about that. She's a goddess. But the fact that you immediately disregard or devalue any relationship, or even try to pigeonhole my relationship with my goddess, then maybe you're not, maybe you don't know me as well as you think you should. And that's kind of hurtful to think about.
No, I clearly didn't know you as well as I thought I did. But I'm learning.
Orca walks up above the deck.
Shit, if it's a time for Tori to not be here. Fucking Christ.
Was anyone around to hear that? Like, did someone just get
It's a small
unintentionally
ship.
caught?
Everybody heard it.
Yeah,
Anyone that was below definitely heard that.
yeah. It's
God, this
it's
is
not like there's private quarters or anything for you guys.
No.
Like it's
This reminds me of
And we're also not in their fishing range, so they're not fishing either.
yeah.
I'm having
The entire
having-
crew is like hanging out down there, like in the cots, just like not listening but listening.
Listen,
There's
listen.
one guy in the corner that's been tying the same knot for 20 minutes.
They didn't expect to get some days of our lives on this trip, and yet.
No, I'm having some serious flashbacks to It sounds so dumb to say, but I shit you not. I'm having some serious flashbacks to my freshman year of college. I got in a huge blow up fight with my roommate, and then he left the dorm room, and then I left the dorm room, and my dorm room was right next to the big main like lobby area of our building. And so I walk out, and I suddenly remembered, oh yeah, I'm in a building full of other people. And I'm not kidding you, and they didn't do it because they were proud of me. They're doing it because they were making fun of me. But I walk out into the hallway, and everybody starts clapping. I'm like, yeah, hi guys. That was me. I'm a little unhinged. I'm sorry.
It'd be like that sometimes. I'm proud of you for not giving a fuck.
I was like, it happened. I was like, what am I gonna do? Huh? They heard it. It happened. Whatever.
You're so unhinged, the door was gone. That's why everybody could hear you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will say too that those of you with passive perception higher than 12, which I think is all of you,
Not at the moment.
which is most of you.
Most of us, yeah.
I put
You
earmuffs
see
on Mel to make sure she didn't hear anything.
the
She heard everything, unfortunately.
She probably took them off at
can
some
see.
point.
Can I fucking talk?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You see like members of the crew placing bets amongst themselves on who's gonna crack the fastest.
Crack? Like, they
Like
were
crash
going
out?
insane?
Like
Start
a
fighting.
murder spree.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go postal.
Like, yeah, full breakdown.
That seems like a very bad thing to bet on when you were on the same ship.
Hey man, money's money.
I
Basic
guess.
Space type
Literally
shit.
got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Dead space, but on the lake. Dead lake.
It's a bad thing to bet on when you're a faceless, nameless person on the ship.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a red shirt for some reason.
Ooh. Bad idea, red shirt man.
Orca reaches the top of the deck, and just like from how she walks out, she happens to just like see Wolfheart on the crow's nest. I think that's the word. And she just immediately turns the opposite direction, just goes and just glares at the sea.
The crow's nest is up, babes.
Yeah.
She looks up and then she turns around to go to another side of the deck.
The stern.
Yes.
Starboard.
Is Hayne much like Elias initially, just like the oh Jesus?
Hayne is standing on the main deck. He was giving the main two people time to chill out, and then subsequent blow up happened, and now he's trying to decide who the fuck do I talk to first.
Like, Elias comes up onto the top deck, and then he just kind of walks over towards Hayne, because Hayne was the person he wanted to talk to in the first place before Minnie blow up. And he's just like, so I'm not crazy, right? Like, waking up the lake woman, unleashing the lake woman, that's a bad idea, right? That's just, like, everything about that feels like a bad idea.
He pleads the fifth.
Elias, I don't think we have enough information to decide that right now.
I'm just saying, it's like, I don't often, this is what I said to her too, but it's like, I don't often come across, situations like this where the creature in that situation is innocent and blameless.
I've been around for a bit, and I've never met anyone that was truly innocent. I just know that if I was in her position, I wouldn't want to be down there either.
What if you deserved to be down there?
How altruistic do you think I am that I'd subject myself to that?
Not asking whether or not you would subject yourself to it. I'm asking whether or not you would deserve to be rescued.
Well, that's the question, then, isn't it? We need to find out whether she deserves it or not, whether we do anything.
I don't know. I feel like if we spend all of our time hunting down info about every strange prisoner we find locked away in some hidden cave across the continent, we're going to be doing a lot of digging for not a lot of good guys.
And which good guys are the alternative you're talking about?
Well, I mean, your people seem all right. As you know, I would consider, our people to be good people. Whether or not they're, traditional definition good, probably not, but
We literally spoke to her 20 minutes ago. I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon. We have time to find out exactly what happened and then make a decision.
yeah, all right.
Can you do me a favor, Elias?
What's up?
In the future, can you please abstain from projecting your ideals onto others?
And I would say that I think I understand what you're asking of me, but I think that you're using the wrong terminology. I'm not telling anybody to believe what I believe. I'm telling somebody else I'm just telling someone else what I believe. I'm telling them that I might think that they're acting in a foolish sense because, again, I don't think that it's necessarily intelligent to commit yourself to something that claims to be a goddess that you have interacted with and known about the existence of for less than a minute and swearing eternal fealty to it. If you feel differently, that's entirely within your right. But I can't help but see that as anything foolish.
I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Just try to be kinder, I guess is what I'm saying.
Friends tell friends when they think that they're making a mistake. And what I will say is that, and I said this to to Ren too some time ago, And I don't think she quite believed me when I said it at the time, but I think she might believe me more now than she did then. But the reason when I speak to any one of you in the way that I do, paradoxical though it may seem to you, is not because is not to show you disrespect. It is the exact opposite. I say what I do to you, and I say what I do to the lot of you, and I act in the way that I do towards the lot of you because I respect you and because I know you're all adults and I know that you can handle it.
I understand that. But you have this amazing knack for saying it in the worst possible way.
You grew up underneath a sandstorm. They don't exactly prioritize manners as being the first in nature.
Well, you're not in the desert anymore. Maybe it's something to work on. I'm gonna leave Elias there, and then I'm gonna look at the 3 fuming beacons of energy that are Orca, Wolfheart, and Cantor. And I want to try and gauge who is cooled off the most. Probably not Orca, because her thing was most recent.
To be honest, that would probably be Cantor, because he's just calmly looking over the water and just thinking.
Cantor is not.
Cantor's not what?
I just heard Cantor
An
is
angry
not.
man.
Ah, there you go. He has his moments, but he doesn't continuously fume forever.
It's just
Wolfheart's
very
harder because he
explosive
has
like a
2
dragon.
people.
Basically, when it goes off, it's like a bomb, and the aftermath is also like a bomb. Very calm.
Dark. Okay.
Damn.
But true.
Alright. Hane will go over to Cantor then.
I also would petition. I think historically, not the case, but okay. I think there's usually quite a fair amount of carnage.
Where's my wife?
Jesus.
Oh.
I think Joe meant a very big bomb, a very specific bomb.
Yeah, I'm talking more like along the lines of like Hiroshima kind of explosions.
Yeah.
Like afterwards,
Yeah.
it's just very calm for.
I didn't think about that, but that makes sense. Yes.
I wasn't thinking of
Sir.
like a car bomb or something.
Yeah, no.
Sir, a second bomb has hit the country.
The bomb for Cusco.
Make it 3.
Bomb. The bomb designed specifically for Cusco.
Cusco's bomb.
That bomb?
So anyway,
Hane heads over to Cantor. Hi, how's it going?
I apologize for that. I didn't mean to blow up like that.
Oh, I don't mind. Just making sure you're good. Because usually when someone pops off like that, there's something underlying underneath it. Seemed a little bit more visceral than just, fuck you, stop yelling at us.
Unfortunately, that's pretty much what it was. It was, I would rather have somebody tell me the thoughts that's on their mind and explain things in a calm manner. Yes, I understand if you're agitated, but when you blow up at the top of your lungs to an entire group of people that I consider my best friends right now, it kind of just made me snap, and I lost my cool. And I'm still upset, but I've had a little bit of time to think, and I need to stop blowing up like that. This is the second time I've exploded at people in this group, and it's gonna stop.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to censor yourself. If you got something to say, it's just, I guess, let the steam out a little more often in smaller amounts so it's not such a big explosion.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If I'm gonna get mad about something, I will start letting people know. But me screaming at the top of my lungs was just not warranted, and I need to stop doing that. And like I said, I'm sorry I blew up like that. I can't do that anymore. It makes me feel like the world's shittiest person when I do that, even though I feel I'm in the right, but even though, I understand completely where he's coming from. I just can't blow up like that. It's not a good look for me, especially like this. And he just gestures down at, Fluffy.
Well, I mean, it is weirdly fitting. You kind of look like a dragon, and so blow up like a dragon.
Yeah, still, I just don't feel good about it, honestly.
Fair enough. Well, you don't really need to apologize to me. You might want to say something to Mel, though. I think all the shouting kind of set her reeling a bit.
Yeah, I'll definitely talk to her in a little bit.
All right. Good shot. Feel free to have another one whenever you feel like it.
I'll try not to. I'll try and be a lot more civilized.
I meant another shot, not another blow up.
Oh, okay. Well, that I can do.
All right. And now Hayne will turn away from Cantor. Orca or Wolfheart?
I was going to say the silence of the heavy debate. Like,
Go ahead, flip that coin.
Ain't out here playing triangle strategy.
Yeah, I'll go talk to Wolfheart next. Just launch a grappling hook up and zoop! And just kind of like standing on like the cross beam of the mast next to the crow's nest. Feeling better?
I would say, given Hayne's special sight, you don't know what's going on.
Ooh. Some inner conflict?
It's as null as you could possibly get.
Like he's emotionally drained or just like vacant?
Hard to say.
Okay.
Short answer, yes.
No. God damn it.
Frickin' neighbors.
Yeah.
God, fucking jet skis on this lake. Ugh.
Right. No.
Can't say I'm surprised. If it helps, I don't really blame you. I can see where you're coming from. I can't say I was watching her, and she chose not to fuck with it. I'd call that growth.
I don't know if it will be fast enough.
Fast enough for what? Is there another timetable that I don't know about?
I don't know what's going on between her and whatever shard of Calyptos is within her.
It's true. However, I know that it hasn't grown in a while. It's contained itself somehow.
Hard to say how those things will work. For some people it is gradual over time, for some people it's explosive. A person one day. A person one day and the next morning something else. I don't want to be right about my worst fear. But I can't just rely on blind faith. I've lost too much for that.
Well, don't rely on faith then. Take an active role. Give her a reason to choose us over it. Why did you ask for your amulet back?
I don't know. My mind and my mouth were moving faster than I could comprehend.
So it was more just a statement of panic.
I guess you could call it that, yeah.
Well, if it helps set your nerves at ease, no, you're not alone in this endeavor. You're not backed into a corner. We're right there with you.
I believe you.
I'm thinking once we're done in the city, it's probably for the best that we make our way over to my people. See if they have any insights about Calyptos. It's worth a shot, see how this entity of death and destruction, perhaps the Shadekeepers have an idea.
They would probably be the next best option. I say next best, but I don't know what the best option would be. Everything we know about it is just how to combat its surgeons. But I don't know. Actually, I forget above game if Hane and Ren have mentioned anything about the plan for the ritual.
We just mentioned it last week.
Okay.
To the whole group before we got here.
Okay. We need to resolve the issue of this shard before you and her to go ahead with whatever you have planned. It might not take that long to transition between one or the other, but there was that very short moment after she drank whatever that drink was. Something that was not her controlled her. And in the moment of death, even if transitioning to something outside of it, that might be enough for it to take hold and not let go.
I mean, there is a bit of a screening process. They don't just do the ritual on anyone. If they find the shard to be a problem that can't be removed during the ritual, then we can find out how to get rid of it completely. And if there's any other strays vying for power.
I guess I don't know what it is to necessarily be without. I've only been deprived of what I could do simply because it takes a toll on me. I'm not sure what her end goal is with the powers she wants to collect. And I don't know if it's the power that she wants that worries me, or the fact I don't know the reason.
Well, I can tell you there's a little bit of fear in there. She's been betrayed before. And a little bit of revenge. It's not just for the sake of power. At least as far as I can tell. There is a meaning behind it. That's why I've been offering alternatives. Ways of meeting those goals without having to succumb to the worst choices.
I have only known the worst choices.
Well, you're in better company now. We can find better choices together.
You see that Noel just twinge a deep red. For just a moment.
Can I inside check to see what red means? I know what red means in my context. I don't know about your context.
Or, okay, then I guess in your context, whatever anger would be.
Oh yeah, it is red. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Different company.
Well, I'll leave you here to get your thoughts straight. If you need anything else, just ask. And if there's nothing else, then I will grappling hook back down to the main deck.
Yeah, no.
Okay, bye, Batman.
Basically.
I picture it a little bit closer to like the ODM gear from Attack on Titan, because it's based off his armor. But still.
Hip grapple hooks instead of wrist
Actually,
grapple hooks.
I've never seen.
Great anime. Highly recommend it, unless you're squeamish.
Also, I would not recommend it if you're ready to be emotionally destroyed.
That's
No,
all
that's
animes.
That's the best time to watch it, is when you're ready to be destroyed.
No, I'm just,
I don't know,
I'm just afraid of Germans.
It is a good anime though. It's actually the first anime I showed to my 5-year-old brother. It was amazing.
First episode, Benjamin, this little baby boy, I don't remember how old he was exactly, but he was young, and he just had like a singular tear coming down his face after that first episode.
You gotta start them young.
Yikes.
Starts
Anyways,
from a young, friends.
All right.
and completing the triangle of how do we fix this?
Yeah. All right. Now to Orca. Walks up to Orca at the stern of the ship.
Hey, buddy.
It's me, Hayne, everyone's friend. Hayne's really pulling the krill in here.
Ow.
Hey man, he turned out alright.
That's fair.
Anyways.
It is, yeah.
What you looking at?
I'd barbecue a lot if I had a real grill. I'd do barbecue.
That was directed at Orca.
I'm so sorry. My mic was down.
Just looking at the water. I'm guessing you heard that argument.
Kind of hard not to.
At least it was decent entertainment for people with little to no context, you know?
Yeah, these fishermen, they'll probably be talking about us for months. This ragtag group of weirdos that show up, ask them, take them out to the place where nobody goes, and then start blowing up at each other.
And also blowing each other up, like, literally, because I got set on fire, too.
That's right, you did.
Yeah. I haven't... Do the rest of you guys think I just jumped from god to god? And that I'm just that desperate to have a place? I mean, is that how you guys feel about me?
I can't speak for the others. From my perspective, desperate? No. Wanting to be accepted? Everybody wants that. That's not something to be ashamed of.
That's not how it went. I was sent. I was told by one of my gods that you're not for me. I always had the one. I just grew up with one over the other. And I've been accepted all of my life. I was a princess for God's sake. They didn't really know me though, so is that the same as acceptance?
I mean, you don't need to know everything about someone to accept them. On a deeper level, maybe, it helps.
Yeah. Sad part is I understand why he's freaked out and why everyone, well, not everyone, but why
mostly everyone, or the basic consensus is just fear when it comes to this. I understand why. I'm not ignorant of that. It's just I've been traveling all over this continent with all of you for months, and I've looked for my friend. I got no other lead on this cleric I was supposed to find, and you begin to wonder whether, was it all real in the end? Or did I really have to watch the love of my life die in front of me? Like, that wasn't something that was just concocted to get me to this point? Like, you almost begin to feel like everything you've done just was for nothing. That I blew up my life for nothing. And then this opportunity shows up. And I logically understand why it's not a quote unquote good idea. But I have to do it. I have to. And I'm scared that I'm gonna do it alone. I don't want to, but I'm scared of that possibility.
Well, I can tell you this. You're not alone. The others, I think, just have a bit of apprehension. Because we don't know what her intentions are. We don't know what her relationship is to your god. I mean, didn't really have the best relationship with my mother. Just because she's the mother of the mother doesn't necessarily mean she's great. And who knows, maybe she is a benevolent force. If we have evidence to support that, maybe the others wouldn't be so apprehensive then.
Perhaps. But I'm just scared it's going to get to a point where, sure, she's not a benevolent force, or sure, she was imprisoned. Regardless, what if that is what I'm supposed to do? Unleash that. Just a lot of fear.
The way I see it, if you were put here for the sole purpose of releasing this god from her imprisonment, then no matter what you do, it's gonna happen. So, I say, between now and then, we find out exactly what that entails. We don't necessarily try to prevent it. We don't necessarily try to speed it along. But we at least learn what we're getting into.
Orc is crying, like not sobbing, but you can just see little tears are just rolling down her face. And she doesn't say anything, but she kind of leans in and just hugs Pain. Because that's what she needed to hear. And yeah.
Yeah. He'll hug her back, do like the friend pat on the back.
Hear that? Hear that? Just friends. Just friends. Ren.
Just friends.
totally
Friends.
platonic hug. Out of nowhere, Ren just shows up and throws Orca overboard.
And it's Ren with the chair!
Oh shit!
The Zyclids eat her.
Oh. I mean...
Orca just continues looking out the sea, like actually just like seeming to enjoy the view, and well, feels like a weight's got lifted off her chest.
Perfect. I leave Orca to her sights, and then go do something else. I've done what I wanted to do. Now for the awkward but hopefully more chill ride home.
What kind of fishing are they doing? Like net fishing?
Yes.
Mel was more than likely, like, integrated into the group of definitely not listening sailors. So that once they go fishing, Mel's just watching. Unless Ren, teleports back. But after all this, who fucking knows anymore?
I don't think we have an immediately pressing reason to be back like we did last time.
Right.
Nope. God, I'm sewing this shit. Whatever.
So in this shit.
So I did not read the full instructions, and I got this room divider, and it's technically like a 1950s like privacy divider, fucking shit. And I didn't read that you had to sew these curtains.
Oof.
And Josh's mom gets here tomorrow.
Oof.
Yeah. And I can't find the power cord to my sewing machine, so I'm just like quick stitching them here in DD.
No.
Yeah, also I've never made curtains before. So like
Listen, it's fine. Maybe it's a good thing that Mel is currently
Mel's
tearfully watching fish.
well, okay, she was pitiful. It's like those children who are so pitiful when they cry that you just feel like you have to give them like candy or something to make them feel better. Like it's sad. It's fucking pitiful.
Yeah.
So if she's like, "Can I join you guys?" And they're just like, "Yeah." She's just this. The jacket adds like 40 pounds onto her, so she's just this chunky little fucking roly-poly, basically. She's just vibing.
Yeah. Listen, to like half these sailors, it's basically like, oh, that's just like my daughter. Fuck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, a child.
Oh no, a baby. Shit.
Yeah. She is finding pretty scales and collecting them.
Trig goes up to the crew and collects his winnings because he was the only one that bet on the blue flame guy will diffuse the tension. 20-1 odds. Fucking
What were the
made
options?
bank. Ah, fucking
Trig in the background.
It doesn't
just
even
sitting there like,
matter.
do it.
Yeah. How much does Trig get? 2 gold. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's fucking fisherman's salary, so 21 odds, you get 2 gold back. Well,
Yeah, right.
Listen, it's 2 more gold than he had.
Listen, we were betting with coasters from the tavern. 1 coaster is a free ale. And Trig just internally, damn it. This would be great if I had flesh to drink
Oh,
with.
what's that? A free meal? I'm going to take that free meal and then pretend to eat it in front of you. Fuck you.
Jesus. I like that one. That one's funny. So this is really funny this entire time, by the way, because Umbrasil is just like chilling on Josh's desk for once, and like actually just chilling. So every now and then, while like, "Fuck you, you altruistic fuck," is going on in this, and then it's like I just hear from one side of me, "Hi, buddy. Hi, bud." Like, it's great.
He's being a good lad today.
He is. Tried taking a shit on my floor earlier, but yeah.
Classic.
That feels
Listen.
weighted.
Sometimes you fuck up. It's fine.
Alright, you guys, after being involved in a de-escalation, you kind of hang out while the fishermen fish for the remainder of the day, and then head back the following day.
Joke's on
I
you.
thought I had
Ferris, with
like 3 more days of fishing. 2 more
No.
days. Or did I just forget timelines?
Normally they do, but because we had them on a detour, they're fishing less.
Okay, so
Oh.
just for the calendar person, it is officially the next day.
It is
For the calendar
officially
bitch. Yeah.
the next day.
Okay.
What time do we get back to harbor?
Time.
Right before lunch.
Okay.
Fuck. Shit. Mother. Fucker.
Yay, my exhaustion.
Well, I should point out that, so technically you guys got back, so day 2 was when we just did, and then it would be the following day, you go back, you're still out, so then it's the following day, right before lunch now. So this is technically 2 days later.
Okay.
So I was right on the timeline, I think.
Yes.
Yay.
Okay, so it's officially 2 days from when we
Yelling
went diving.
happened.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Who died?
Just to clarify for Ren,
Yes.
sorry, Turi, when she does the calendar.
Yes, 2 days later,
Gotcha.
after diving, is when you get back.
Because she.
It's probably been like an awkwardly silent shipwreck the last 2 days.
The
as well.
entire time. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hayne would like to sleep during the day to see if anything different happens with his head in the daytime.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Gonna do that on the day journey back.
Sure.
All right,
What
make
could
a
possibly
perception
go? What could possibly go wrong that the guy that's keeping everybody calm is unconscious?
What could go wrong? Oh no, Ferox found dynamite.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
He wakes up and half of us are up dead along.
Sorry. Undead? No. Just dead.
You said perception check?
check. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Minimum.
You gain consciousness in your sight into your vacation trip in the laboratory.
Yeah, let's call it that.
That was so many words.
I know, it was great.
No.
There are people here. You don't know any of them, and you can't really perceive them too well, as most of them are behind various objects that are in the room. You do get a look at the closest one to you. Says they are as close to your face as I would say would be possible, as they appear to be inspecting your skin.
Oh.
So you can feel, now in your dream state, you can feel the poking and prodding that they are doing at your skin.
I know I'm not here, but can he hear things?
Yes, it just actively there is nothing sound-wise occurring.
Ooh.
I have a question.
No.
Why do you sound so far away?
Could you probably put her phone down?
I put it in my pocket.
Yep, we can't hear you very well. That.
My apologies. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, they changed it so like
Mr. Krabs.
you talk through your actual phone even if you hear it in your ears on like earbuds or something.
Oh.
It's dumb as shit, and I hate phone calls. Like hands-free driving now is such a pain in the ass because like it's not using anything else. No, it's using. Anyways, it's hell.
Yikes.
Yeah. Anyways,
Question. I know I'm not there either. Is there any way to like see from whoever's touching him whether they can recognize that the head has like gained consciousness or it's just whatever?
I'll go on the assumption of what you said there. No. Moving on.
The problem is my senses while looking through my head are different from my senses while awake.
Yes.
Ah.
So the only thing that would probably be similar would be like hearing. Like if they were to say something, I might be able to like place the voice, but that's about it. But they're not talking, unfortunately.
At the moment, yes.
And do they react at all to me?
They don't appear to.
Hmm.
Whether that's by not noticing or this is just nothing out of the ordinary, it's hard to say. After about a minute of inspecting your skin, the person in front of you speaks up and says, Subject 4 is displaying normal signs of wound closure. No advanced healing has developed, despite previous tests where signs were present. Seems that any advanced preparation of the skin has deteriorated.
that means your head's rotten, boo.
This is disconcerting. They said that previous signs showed elsewise?
Yes.
So it's normal wound closure now, but at some point wound closure was different?
Yes.
Weird.
Whack.
Wild.
A person inspecting looks into your eyes and says, Pupils seem to be adjusting rapidly. Time to begin the light test.
Oh.
Before they move an object in front of you and shine a very bright light in your face.
Orb.
it blinds you for
Because I can't close my eyes.
yep. While it is ongoing, and then for about a minute afterward, and then the as your vision comes back, the person is still there, inspecting. It says, eyes appear to be reacting normally. No change observed in perceptive capabilities.
Ow.
Seeing how having a light shine in your eye is not fun. I'm sure if he could have moved, Hayne would have tried. So, is there anything I can do to try and move while in head perspective?
I'd say make a strength check.
Okay. Hey, nice 16.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, I'd say that you are able to kind of wince your head just enough that it moves slightly, and the observer like takes a step back. It's like the head moved on its own.
I ain't supposed to do that, Lieutenant Dan.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. Just full of memes.
Oh my god. How panicked does the researcher sound?
At the moment, slightly.
Is it the more intrigued it moves?
They appear to be like waiting to see if anything else happens. And then you hear somebody to the right of, from your perspective, your right, their left, turns as, is this cause for concern? Should we notify those in charge? And the inspector says, I don't think it's cause for concern. The restraints seem to have held it in place well enough. But it's never done that before. Maybe it's best we end our session for the day. And they all just give a nod and quickly pack up all their things and scurry out of the room.
How do they open the door?
The door opens seemingly as the guy that was performing the inspection walks up to it. It rolls out of the way. He doesn't even touch it.
Does it roll out or in?
It rolls sideways into the wall.
Oh, okay.
Goddamn automatic pocket doors.
I was hoping it rolled in so I could see what the other side of it looked like, but I guess I'm not going to get that. Can I make like one like quick last look out the door before it closes to see what like the hallway looks like, if there's any like other like
so
markings.
it wouldn't be very hard to look out as the light in the hallway is on, so you can see out there. It's only about 30 feet away from you. You see what looks to be almost a natural cave system.
Oh.
Where a very faint green liquid is dripping from the ceiling almost in a rhythmic fashion. And other parts of it are blue. So there are green and blue drops of liquid that appear to resemble water, but definitely thicker.
Ugh.
I don't like ooze.
I love viscous water.
All right. I try, like, after the door closes, I try to see if I can move at all to see like what kind of restraints they mentioned I have.
Yeah, just moving slightly with that. We'll continue with that strength check. You feel something wrapped around your forehead. And then at where the base of your, what would be your neck, is there is something holding your neck in place as well.
All right. And there's nothing about the room has changed since the last time I looked. Like, I'm still looking the same direction.
Correct.
And things haven't been like placed differently.
Other than the items that got brought in, so when the research team left, they carted out a few things.
Okay.
That was the only thing that was new.
Okay. And anything of note on the cart that I would have noticed as it was being wheeled out?
You would recognize surgical tools.
Okay.
So the cart that was closest to you would have had surgical tools.
Not his pretty face.
Thank you for assuming that I was a pretty boy.
I'm going to, yeah. You're welcome.
Absolutely. Ren deserves that.
You deserve that.
Thank you.
No. Mike can't play pretty boys in a row. It's bullshit.
Yeah, but this
I-
one's not charismatic. This one just is.
Yeah, K2 was like boyishly good looking. I picture
Oh, he's a man.
as more kind of like more rakishly good looking. Yeah.
Ren is gonna be thrilled. Good for her. Good for her.
Good for you.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. So if there's nothing else changed and nothing else of note besides what they took with them, then I guess I'll just spend the rest of my sleep time, just kind of like trying to see the extent of my movement is, and then kind of like almost like methodically pushing against the restraints to see, like almost like I'm starting to strength train my head.
Sure.
This thing's been sitting here for 10 years. It's time to get back in the gym.
All right, here we have the next workout, chin-ups.
Diabolical.
And after that are isometric tongue raises.
Listen, after we get Hayden's head back, he's going to have the most chiseled jawline.
After that will be eyebrow raises.
Yeah, gotta get that head strap
Hey,
off
Rachel,
somehow.
God damn it. Fucking shit. Fuck. Shit. Damn it.
All right then.
Everything okay?
I went to make a new thread for the next curtain, and my thread, as I was feeding it through the needle, got all tangled up, and it's like forearm length thread.
Oh,
Yeah. So I am just not having a good time, friends.
kill.
Not at all. Dead,
Kill.
dead. Dead,
In game and out of game.
dead, dead, dead. Excuse you.
Well,
I'm very
well,
much
well,
alive.
Mel's
I just see dead
fine
people.
now that we're not still yelling at each other.
Okay. Okay.
She can deal with tense silences and avoidances. She don't like the yelling.
Yeah, this is a new day full of
Hope.
awkward.
Full of awkward silences and silent seething anger. And that's fine. She can deal with that. She was never raised in a house where people yelled, though. So, like... She's also never lived in a house with men, really. So, like...
Fair.
God
I
fuck
mean,
damn it.
yeah, usually when you're the only child of lesbians, not a lot of men. Doesn't really factor in.
I mean, her grandfather seemed like a lovely, civilized
Yeah, but they don't
man.
yell.
Exactly. She has a high opinion of him.
So yelling in general freaks her out, and then you add in the fact of, like, the fucking bass in a man's voice when they're yelling. Spook.
I don't know. Every lesbian needs a golden retriever best friend.
Man, some men get bass when they yell. When I yell, I only get sturgeon.
Sturgeon?
Sturgeon.
What does that even fucking mean?
Fishing
Types of
reference.
fish.
Yeah, because you said bass instead of bass.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Alright, well,
I knew what you meant, but
I mean, it's fitting.
fuck
We are
off,
at
it's
a
my
lake.
needle.
We are at a lake.
Listen.
It's fitting.
Yeah.
Listen, anytime I hear sturgeon, I just think of the I am a surgeon thing, but it's I am a sturgeon.
Listen. I'm just a lady doing very poorly on 1950 lady things. It's fine.
Well, yeah, because you weren't born in the 50s, Krita.
Nope.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, after that, it would be the day after that is when you guys return.
Okay.
Was the city always on fire?
Quite
Oh,
the opposite,
no.
in fact. The fact that it's on fire, despite the constant rain, is more concerning, not less.
It's slightly impressive, honestly. But
Yeah. Somebody developed a really hot starting accelerant, I guess. Plokta did it.
Plokta absolutely did it. I refuse to believe that Plokta doesn't have some right now in her back room just for that special occasion.
Listen, it's fine. She's just waiting at the docks, and she goes, "Elias, help! I fuck up."
Is the city on fire? Or
No,
that
we're
was a
just
joke.
talking
Yeah,
shit.
that was a joke.
okay, sorry. I'm sitting here like, wait, is the city actually on fire here? Like,
I mean, if we will it into existence enough, it might happen.
Listen, I can facilitate that.
Yes, you could.
At some point, Hayne would have asked Elias if he recognizes the viscous bluish green liquid dripping from the cave tunnel ceiling.
Oh, Joshua said BRB 5 minutes ago. So
Oh shit! Oh no!
I was wondering why he wasn't saying nothing when we were making jokes.
Oh,
It's because he's not here to make jokes with us. Because he
I know.
doesn't fucking love us.
I guess I'll talk to you later.
Bullshit.
So yeah, we make it back to port.
In one piece.
Yep.
Now we haven't found that yet.
Nope.
What do you mean? It was the friends we made along the way, obviously.
Oh god.
Wrong campaign.
Well, also, I'm pretty sure if that was it, I think people would kill the mangaka.
Anyway.
So what are we doing now?
Showering off the fish smell?
Orca is next to Hane and just pointedly staring away from the group.
Fuck did I do? Damn.
It's not you.
Association.
It's not you.
I know.
Yeah. It's just you're in the same direction that Elias and
Everyone
Wolfhard are
else
in.
is. Yeah.
Okay, Orca, make a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh no, where is he looking? Oh no.
Her plan backfired.
Let's see.
Krista, stop stabbing yourself.
God damn it.
I just keep getting in way of the fucking pins.
Yeah, it's super weird. Like, you're looking one direction, and you see movement out of your peripheral vision further that direction, and you look, and you see nothing. And then you see movement in your peripheral vision again, this time back where you were looking, and you look again, and there's still nothing there. And you continue to do this about 5 more times before you finally stop.
I hate this SCP.
What do you mean? It's just a local fire genasi in her area.
Hot shingles.
Hot shingles, you say?
God.
I think if he showed up at this moment, Orca would stab
She would
him.
just come bust.
I think she would just stab
She
him.
would have a fucking aneurysm. She would kill him.
Or
like,
or just
in the
walk
water.
on the spot.
She would just grab him and then just push him in the water.
Giving Ren more for the fanfic. Got it.
Exactly.
Oh no, now he's all wet and glistening.
Can't forget that he's fire genasi, so he's hot. So he's actually steaming. Damn.
Does anyone else notice this, or is it just me?
Oh, it's
He
just you.
said what it was yet.
I wasn't sure.
I don't know if it actually is anything or if it's just like an optical illusion to fuck with her.
She did roll a 3, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
If it is something, she sure shit doesn't know.
Doesn't see it.
Okay, yeah, but like...
Does anybody else see this? Or is it
Nope.
just the chance was just on me and I failed?
You were looking away from the group, so you were the one that would have seen it.
Is there anything we can actually do to advance the thing we're trying to do, or is it just a matter of waiting?
Well, we still need the credentials from Elias's people. See if Maggie has any ideas on how to cause a distraction.
I feel like Plocta would have ideas.
Possibly.
Most definitely.
I feel like hers are a bit more explosive, but like,
I think we're trying to avoid that.
Alright. Prefer not to.
We also don't know what else is going to be down there. An explosion could theoretically cause a chain reaction.
Oh. Fuck. What? Fuck.
It would be safe to assume they probably have at least one thing contained that's volatile. Whether that's a compound that reacts to something or a creature that is barely under control, hard to say. Perhaps both.
Terrifying. Okay.
I mean, you set one beast off and watch the whole street explode and kind of loses its luster after a minute.
Well, I think the best course of action right now is for us to just head back to the inn, and we can talk about next steps.
Good
But,
idea.
Hey, as a quick reminder to me, what were the passes we were waiting for? Do again? Just let us
they're-
into the building?
To make it so that we're supposed to be there. They're like credentials, so that any like alarms.
Yeah. We're
so, like,
totally
people just
theoretically shouldn't trigger.
the totally legit passes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
You say that like they're not.
Feels very adjacent to a fake ID.
We don't fucking know what it is.
Listen, it's fine. Mine has a smiley face that says, I am here.
It's actually just a piece of paper of I can do what I want.
Yeah, it's the Ron Swanson.
Mine has the name Cantor McLovin.
God. What the fuck is a Hawaii?
That'll be a place from across the sea.
Is that how you pronounce that? I thought it was Hayway.
I need a place called
Terrible.
Hayway right now.
Yep. Gloria Darstolska. I like how he just takes it and denies it. Like, doesn't even investigate it or anything. Just, nah. You have failed the vibe check.
Well, now we know that Joshua is back. Elias, how much more time do your people need to get those credentials?
Well, we've been out for a couple of days, so I have to imagine they'd have them by now.
I think we've been out for 4 days total?
Something like that.
Yeah, because 2 to get there, 2 to get back.
Yeah.
We did
Or no, rather, today is the 4th day. Whatever.
So 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
Should ask
Silence
about
from the
blue
pulpit.
jelly before we forget.
Blue jelly.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Also, Elias, something I want to run by you. Yesterday, during my dream session, I got a look outside of the vault door, and I saw what looked to be like some kind of cave system where the ceiling was dripping a viscous bluish green liquid. So that ring any bells to you?
A cave system, huh?
Yeah, it looked like a natural cave system that they had kind of like propagated into their like lab space, I guess.
Yeah, so bad news. We're not getting through those caves.
Alright, let me stop you there. let's assume we can get through those caves. What would be there trying to stop us then?
Probably one of the most violent creatures that I have ever encountered in my entire life. And not just one, several of them.
And what would that be?
Well, you're a traveled individual. Have you ever heard of a tonberry?
Deep
God damn it,
gas
Joshua.
from Mel.
I fucking knew it when you put that picture out there, like, was like a year ago. I was like,
Yeah,
at
this
least
is
a
gonna
year ago.
fucking this is gonna bite me in the ass. It rings a bell.
Yeah, so the Hex have a couple of things that they value more than anything else. One of which is kind of the wellspring from which they draw their power. Not a lot to be known about it, at least from those not very close to them, so there's not a whole lot I can tell you about it. But I can tell you that when it comes to those things that they hold more dear than anything else, they hide them behind the cave system that is full of the tonberries.
What the fuck are tonberries?
Orca has no idea what anyone's talking about.
They sound delicious. Are they nummy?
Oh, they're not delicious. I mean, I've never eaten one, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but I know they're mean.
So they're like blueberry.
They are not blueberry.
No. Bloodberries.
I
They're
don't.
not.
I don't think they're of a similar nature to that living fruit and whatever.
Oh, what the fuck are they a berry?
Mm.
It's just their name. All right, I didn't name
Misguiding.
them.
Disgusting. Misguiding. Fine.
I mean, that only makes me wonder what exactly is the significance of Haynes' head, other than this correlation between other things that have been mentioned. If they're going to that length to secure it.
So, was Hayden like the last person executed in general in the last, what was it, 10 years?
Probably would have found that out while I was researching my execution.
Yeah.
He was not the last person.
Then what is so special about his head specifically? Not that you're not special, but like, why?
I mean, who's to say that they don't have more?
They did refer to my head as subject number 4, so there's at least 3 others.
There's at least 3 others. Fuck off!
I didn't realize he had his mic on, and he just slowly was staring at me that entire fucking time as he said something. I'm just like,
Oh.
motherfucker. As Krista definitely knew about the other ones, but Mel, who did not know about Dream, did not. So, bitch. Okay, well, what is... So there's at least 3 other heads.
Or at least 3 other subjects, whatever they're researching.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. I mean, based on the information we're given, it's possible that one of these subjects is the dream thing.
dream.
The dream psychic golem thing, I don't fucking remember.
Oh, yeah,
The-
yeah,
Invisible psychic golem that Elias mentioned.
yeah.
Because from what what was it, Elias or was it Maggie? I thought Maggie was the one that said that.
Well, Elias also added some insights into it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maggie
I
knew
think,
about it. Elias added insight. We're all just
I
here for the
I
vibes.
think what was said was that your head was being used as the focus for its abilities.
Right. And if there's more than one head, then that's probably...
It could have multiple focuses from multiple avenues. It could be, I guess, considering the scope of what you must have pulled off in your past life to have garnered such a treatment, it might be that your mind has particularly rich capabilities it's taking advantage of.
Could it be a focus for information and knowledge in general? Not like specific things in general, but more like, because... Okay. So, you were into a little bit more of the legal stuff, right?
I mean, that's one way to put it.
Hashtag, I don't have to remember what you used to do.
Crime.
Thanks.
Crime.
So could it be like a general consensus knowledge of like places, cues, and hidden words and shit, maybe? And then the others give other sides of knowledge and stuff, maybe?
Possible.
Like they're just using my head as like a database, or what? What do you mean?
Maybe?
Well,
I don't know. We don't know what they're doing with your head.
if we don't know the
Weird
intention
thing.
of the golem in general, but it's not necessarily unreasonable to think that.
Because why else would you have multiple focuses for just one entity, unless there's a reason behind it? The only one I could think of, if it's just like pieces, is information. I could also be very wrong, so. Because, you know, human experimentation is not... Ow! Fuck. My forte.
I would hope not. I feel like that would be a strange thing for the or for a druid to be specialized in.
Aww. You'll think I'll become an archdruid? Dang.
Well, Hart just pointedly does not say the thing he immediately thinks because it's just like, no, it's fine. Don't squash the baby's dreams.
Anyways.
Well, if these Tal'Doreis are something that would get in our way, then assuming the credentials don't get us all the way to the vault, then it's just something that we'll have to deal with.
Stop it.
Are they violent or are they effective? I recognize that these probably sound the same, but they are different.
I mean, I don't know a lot about them from what, like Elias might know more, but the little bit I know about them is that
that was a question
move.
pointed at Elias.
Okay, yeah.
And when you put it in terms like that, the correct terminology to use is that they're effective.
Alright, so we're not
See,
dealing with... We're not
I
dealing with
heard
something that...
they were actually quite slow moving. Like, sure, they're deadly, but I mean...
Well, yes, but more to the fact of I didn't know if they were methodical or if they were territorial.
Yeah, no, I think he was more asking, like, is it going to be, like, being attacked by a savage beast, or is it going to be, like, being hunted by a creature with a mind?
Yeah.
I see. I understand now.
We can always find bloodberries and just let them fight to the death.
What is with this world and its obsession with sentient fruit?
No, this one happened by
actually a
accident.
fruit. It's not actually a fruit.
Okay, well, mine is. Excuse the fuck out of you. I'm talking, sir.
Orca nods at Mel's contribution and just does not react to anything else.
No, we actually don't know where the bloodberries came from. We're guessing magic got way too strong around their natural growing spot, and now we have this little terrifying little vengeful fruit fuck.
Hilarious.
Oh,
Yes.
I wasn't sure if you were serious or not.
No,
suppose that
I
makes
actually
sense.
am.
Right. Well, even if these things are effective killers, if maybe not the most efficient, now that we know at least what we can be dealing with, we can plan for that.
Oh, that's true.
With the tonberries, do they move in like groups? Do they live in groups, or is it like one territorial and then another one in a different territorial and so on?
They usually live in small clusters, families of 2 to 4.
But we aren't necessarily sure how many of them would be patrolling this part that we're supposed to be finding.
From
No.
what I have been told, and this is rumor, so take it with a grain of salt, but from what I've been told, the Hex specifically summoned these creatures into this cave system. So it's not like this is just their natural habitat. This cave has as many of these things in there as the Hex wants it to have.
Are they native to this world?
That I'm unsure of.
Because... I mean, I don't know if... We'd
They
need probably
seem
someone
to
more
be their natural
magically
habitat.
inclined.
The caves seem to be their preferred habitat, at least, but they don't. I don't know of any other places besides this cave system where they show up. So
That seems to imply that they probably are native to this world. It's just specific locations.
Do you have anyone who would know how many the Hex want to be in the cave?
I mean, from what I know, it's a fairly large cave system, so they probably want a decent amount in there. I can't give specific numbers. I don't necessarily know if anyone would know specific numbers outside of, again, those very closely associated with the Hex. Even then, I'm not sure how many of them know the exact count of how many of them are in there.
I feel like
you're
that's... That would be something they'd keep close to the chest.
It would be. But it was just an idea, because it's, by the sound of it, the problem with these guys isn't their speed. It more sounds like they can surround you, and that's where the problem is. Is once
Well,
they
it's
get
not
you
just
cornered or
that.
they get around you.
Well, it's that and that they
Aw.
don't sleep, and they never, like, when one is chasing you, it doesn't stop chasing you. These things can follow you for days, miles through teleportation circles. Like, they won't come through the circle necessarily. They might if they're intelligent enough to use it, but they will follow you
It's
from an exceedingly long
it's
distance.
it's an endurance hunter.
Yes.
Or I guess in this case, because they don't need to eat, an endurance guardian?
Still might be Hunter, might be the best.
Yeah. But if they have that, then why do they need the golem, which seems to fulfill a similar role?
Maybe Gollum is literally just to find, while the Tonberries are to hunt.
Well, that
Perhaps, but
and
it also seems...
I was just gonna say, you need a different tool for different jobs. I'm sure the golem has a purpose to serve.
Right. Yeah, because I think from what Maggie said, it was some sort of tracking device, effectively. Basically an invisible hound.
So, yeah, that can probably move a lot faster than the Tonberries can.
Probably, especially if it has psychic capabilities. It may be able to move as fast as thought or something of the sort.
So basically, we know absolutely nothing.
I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that.
No, that's not entirely true, but...
We have very little. Where exactly is this cave? Is it still underneath their
Yeah.
It's probably underneath, like, the sewers, like, underneath where the sewers and the building meet.
Though, I
But
mean,
that would probably be where the caves are, then the caves is where you get to where the vault is.
if it houses the wellspring, it might just be under the entire city.
Oh.
But probably under the cave, or under the sewer system. Or at least the sewer system was built around it.
Probably the latter.
No.
So, we go in, we navigate the building until we can find the caves, and then we navigate the caves until we find the vault. I'd say if these golems and these Tal'Doreis are around, if we move carefully through the caves, we should be able to react to them and possibly circumvent them. We don't necessarily have to fight our way in or fight our way out.
If anything, we should avoid doing so.
If we're clever, we can find ways of neutralizing them in another way. Whether it's distraction or, I mean, with constructs, there's usually some kind of controlling factor. If we can find where they're being controlled from, we can nullify them that way.
Do
Depending.
we know anything about the door to the vault?
It seemed to move automatically when they left. How they get into the vaults, that's I don't know for sure.
That might be part of their credentials.
Well, it's possible that we have to procure a clearance level to get into the vault. If it's not something that I can crack, and a simple magical dispel doesn't work either.
It's at this moment that you
Oh.
guys hear a crash downstairs, which was immediately preceded by a loud thud.
Proceeded or succeeded?
Proceeded.
Is it,
Loud thud happened, then crashing
It's a
sound.
crash.
is it directly underneath us?
Yes.
I stick my head through the floor.
All right. Yeah. You stick your head through the
I
floor,
forget he can do that.
and find
Same.
what can only be described as a small battalion of city guard.
Oh
No.
Behind them, a rather large Leonin woman.
Ah, fuck.
Huh?
Lion woman.
As
I'm just trying to imagine how we've.
as Hayne, you would recognize her.
Thought crimes.
Thought crimes.
As she was introduced as one of these Bernie hacks.
Fuck yeah. I do remember that.
Goddamn thought crimes.
Hey kids, you remember that psychic golem? It's probably been used on us.
More specifically, she is the seer of the Zaberni hex.
Oh.
Son of a
Right.
bitch.
She saw it coming.
Or is actively using scrying on us right now.
Man, I can't believe we're getting
Bitch.
fucking Minority reported. They haven't fucking done anything yet.
I was gonna say something, but Josh isn't here to appreciate it, so never mind.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was him leaving earlier.
Yeah.
Damn, missed his reaction to that.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining him saying, "Oh fuck!
Damn
oh, fuck,
it.
oh fuck!
What would you like to do?
I'd like to run."
Oh, there he
Oh,
is.
hey.
Okay, to recap the last 30 seconds.
Well, hold on. Make sure he's actually here.
Yeah,
That's
Hey,
true.
Joshua?
Hurrah.
hello.
Thanks.
Okay, so to recap the last 30 seconds, as the party was in the middle of discussion, there was a loud crash followed by something falling over. So thud crash, something broke. Haynes stuck his head through the floor, saw a city guard entering the inn, followed by a large Leonin woman, who Hayne was able to deduce is a member of the Zaberni Hex.
We're getting thought crimed.
Oh, really?
And not the good kind of thought either.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're getting minority reported, and we're the
Yeah.
minority.
Jesus Christ!
The worst fate one can suffer, truly.
This game is getting too real.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh no! I don't want to have to live like a brown.
God!
Jesus Christ.
He can
Good
say it.
God!
I love you.
Okay.
I pull my head out of the floor and I say, "Bad news, the cops are here."
What?
Fuck! What did we do? We didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything.
So, but as soon as Hayden finishes the sentence, Elias has already got a window open and is walking outside.
No.
He kind of looks back. He's like, "What are you waiting for? Let's go."
I
jumps in.
grab the plans and follow Elias at the window.
Orca jumps through the
Yeah.
window.
We're fucking gone.
Yeah.
Cantor is grabbed, by the way. No man left behind.
Story of my life.
No man left behind.
All right, as you guys,
I make sure
Flee
Ren
the scene.
gets out too.
yeah, as you guys flee the scene of the inn, because it's not a crime yet. Oh, that's where we'll end session for tonight.
God damn it.
I'm about to Tom Cruise run all over the city.
Yeah, same.
Yes. Oh, wait, I can't. Even though I'm shorter than Tom Cruise, which is something to be said. Regardless, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week.
Bye
Bye now. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye now. Bye. Bye now. Bye.